Welcome to Illuminati Silver. We tell you the truth about silver. Today is Wednesday, the 19th of January 2022, and we're producing our regular morning update providing prices, news and economic data. Today we see gold and silver rise, with oil prices too, unfortunately, as equities in the United States take a small hit. Silver prices, though, are up almost $1. Will it have further to go? Well, let's take a look. Welcome to Illuminati Silver. It's Wednesday, the 19th of January 2022 at 11 o'clock in the morning. The news today is somewhat disturbing. Disturbing because we are seeing significant concerns concerning inflation, price rises, and some threatening behavior from Russia. UK inflation surprises the jump to highest in 30 years. Let's take a look at that first. Britain's inflation rate surged unexpectedly to the highest since 1992, sharpening a squeeze on households and adding to pressure on the government and the Bank of England to respond. Consumer prices rose 5.4% from a year ago in December, driven by a broad increase in the cost of food, drink, restaurant meals and furniture, the Office for National Statistics said on Wednesday. Economists had expected a reading of 5.2, which is still significantly above their ultimate 2% target, of course. Household spending power is weakening, with the price of everyday goods and services rising faster than wages. Policymakers at the central bank are weighing another increasing interest rates as early as next month, and ministers are looking at ways to soften a surge in utility bills due to hit in April. Rising inflation means that Britain's cost of living squeeze will continue to get tighter over the coming months, particularly when energy bills jump in April, said Jack Leslie, senior economist at the Resolution Foundation think tank. The drivers of inflation are becoming more broad-based. And the reason we're focusing on this is because not only does this affect the United Kingdom, but there are similar patterns in the United States, other countries in Europe, and in some other further countries around the world. So it's not just an individual trend. What's also concerning is this article: Wall Street is about to take oil out to a wild party. As prices head for $90 and beyond, the options market will take the lead in making lots of money. And this is where the accusations of manipulation come in. Supply and demand fundamentals drive oil prices. Things like OPEC Plus production plans and US driving patterns matter the most, until they don't. That's when the wizardry of Wall Street takes over, giving prices a push up or down beyond what the physical fundamentals warrant. The oil market is on the cusp of one of these moments. For the last 18 months or so, bullish oil traders had been accumulating huge numbers of contracts that give them the right to buy crude at a particular price and time, call options in the industry's jargon. They've bought thousands of those contracts, pegged to $100, $105, $110, $125 and even $150 a barrel. For many, they were akin to lottery tickets, a cheap way to bet on surging prices in the future. And this is why we raised the fact a number of months ago about certain people talking about $100 a barrel oil. It wasn't common knowledge at the time. And people, and we hoped, but were concerned, believed that the price of oil would fall back to $50 and stay there. We said that that would be the ideal price. However, we feared it would stay around 60 to 70. And now, of course, we're well into the 80s and touching 90s. Further disturbing piece of news: UK officials told to be ready for crisis mode on Russia. Officials at the UK Foreign Office have been told to be ready to move into crisis mode at very short notice, highlighting the increased concern that Russia's aggression towards Ukraine could escalate into conflict according to a person familiar with the matter. Staff at the department were informed of the request this week. Triggering it would mean officials and diplomats are redeployed to work on Russia and Ukraine policy and to prioritise the UK response to any further spike in tensions, including deterrence and sanctions. BBC Business News. Cost of living rises at fastest pace for 30 years. Council-backed energy firm is the latest to go bust in the UK. And more expats may quit Hong Kong over COVID laws. And oil prices hit 7-year high after attack. This was reported yesterday. An attack on fuel trucks in the Middle East and hopes for a global economic recovery have driven up prices. US and Canada, Capitol Riot Committee targets Rudy Giuliani. Rollout of 5G at US airports postponed. And of course, Biden has now been in office a year, just about. And there is a summary of how well or not he has performed. Looking at the US dollar, down slightly, but still now well ensconced in this 95 area, 95.56. Energy prices creeping up with Brent crude just $1.50 off $90 and WTI crude at 86.76. Equity markets took a tumble yesterday in the United States, down on average between 1.5% and 2.5%. We knew it was coming. We mentioned in the morning the futures markets were predicting bad figures. Asia Pacific overnight, again down as much as almost 3%. But UK and European markets marginally up this morning, with the Euro stocks and the CAC posting the highest figures at plus 0.5%. Now, economic data yesterday, not particularly good for the Empire State Manufacturing Index. It was down 0.7 against a forecast of 25.5. The Home Builders Index was also down. Now today we have building permits and housing starts. Quite important, but not as important as the jobless claims tomorrow or the leading economic indicators on Friday, both of which will not be hugely affecting gold and silver prices, but will paint the picture as to how soon or not interest rates in the US may have to rise. But gold and silver have done extremely well. Gold, I'll just refresh the page, is up $8 this morning at $18.19. But silver has been the star performer without a doubt. It's up almost $1 at $23.82, just 2 cents off its day's high, $23.82. If we bear in mind that at the start of the week it languished at $22.99. So we are almost $1 up on the week. Cryptocurrency markets this morning down, taking a hit as they do with the equity markets. They were lower. They were down over 2.5% at one stage, but they're down now 1.84%. And Bitcoin is now hovering around $41,500. We have some resistance for silver at the $24 level. If it breaks that, we could quite easily see a little bit of a market spurge up to 25. We don't think it'll get there, but some investors may try and push it. But it's got to get past that $24 first. Most of the technicals suggest there will be a fallback from the current level. It's risen too high too quickly. Let's wait and see. Thank you so much for listening. Please give us a thumbs up, subscribe, press the bell sign. Until our next video. Illuminati silver owners come from a background of banking, international wealth management and economics. Having now retired from these worlds, we are not qualified to give investment advice. Therefore, this and other productions must not be deemed to be giving such advice and merely represent the personal views of its owners.